This right here is Viktor, and it truly is not just another AI tool. It really is an AI hire. You are genuinely hiring an AI employee. In the last couple of weeks, I've implemented Viktor, and it's already saving me 20 plus hours per week, helping me run my business with HighLevel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Clay Lawrence, owner of ReviewHarvest.com. You can see in the last month, we made over $52,000. You can see the hover animation. This isn't a screenshot. And all this revenue is just from helping local business owners get more reviews and rank higher on Google. And we use HighLevel as our CRM to run all our automations, help us sell and onboard new customers. And today I'm going to show you how you can connect Viktor to GoHighLevel. And this will allow you to save so much time and allow you to not have to hire a bunch of people as you try to grow your business. If you're anything like me, I've tried dozens of AI tools and I haven't really been able to get any of them to actually work more than just like going to ChatGPT or Claude and asking it a question, right? I feel like most of my AI use up to this point has just been me giving some chatbot context and hopefully giving it back. But the cool thing with Viktor is that you can integrate it into all the software tools you use, and then it has perfect context to actually go and do the things that you wanted to do for you just as an employee would. And I'm going to give you 4 solid use cases that we've already implemented in our business that aren't just stupid things like reschedule this call or follow up this lead, but actually things that save you time. So setting up Viktor is super simple. Feel free to sign up the link down below in the description if you want to follow along. You get $150 in free credits when you use my link down below, so you can use it totally for free. But then if you want to start using it after those credits, it starts at $100 a month. So Viktor lives natively in your Slack account. So the first thing you'll do is you'll connect it to your Slack. You can see here's the Viktor channel in here. We've already got a lot of messages going on. But the first thing you want to do is you want to click on the integrations tab and you want to connect it to all the tools that you use. If you need some ideas, just pause the video here. You can see all the things that it's connected to. It can set up and run meta ads for you. It has access to our QuickBooks, our Stripe, our HighLevel sub accounts, our Zoom accounts, and our Fathom note takers. It has insight into all the Google business profiles we manage and thousands of others. They have over 3,000 integrations right now. So the first thing I would recommend doing is clicking on HighLevel and go ahead and connecting HighLevel. So what you can do, you can connect your agency level of HighLevel so you can see all your sub accounts. And then to get more specific, where you can get more data and do certain actions within sub accounts, you want to connect a specific sub account. So if you click on add account here, we can just title this, test demo account. Click on continue to HighLevel. You can change the permissions. So if you want to make sure only you have access to this integration, or if your whole team in Slack does, you can change that. We'll just click on continue. And then from here, it takes you through this typical HighLevel authentication process. So you want to click on login. And then after you click on login, it'll probably bug out and go to a HighLevel account, but then just go back to this window. You can see it's asking for a bunch of permissions from Pipedream, the integration tool. Click on next. And then now you can either connect it to your agency account so you can see all your sub accounts. But if you want to get really nitty gritty where you can see texts and emails and everything in a certain sub account, you want to find just one sub account you can connect it to. And so let's go ahead and do demo account here. Also, when you connect to the agency, you can opt for it to connect to all future sub accounts as well. And so you can see now we've successfully connected it. Perfect. So now it has access to do and see things in that specific sub account, like send emails, send text, create campaigns. Basically anything the HighLevel API docs allow you to do, it can now do for you. And not only can you just prompt it from Slack to say, hey, go check all the unread messages or whatever, but it can also do things on a recurring basis. So if you look at our scheduled tasks here, you can see all the scheduled tasks that I've already set up for it to do on a recurring basis, so that I'm not even having to prompt it or think about it anymore. It's just doing these things in the background. So here's 5 very specific use cases that you can implement into your agency right away. The first one we're going to talk about is the onboarding watchdog. So basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to have access to our Stripe account and our sales calendar and stuff and see when does somebody sign up and put a card on file, right? We actually do have a decent people now at Review Harvest, our agency that helps local businesses get Google reviews. We do have a decent amount of people that put a card on file and then never book an onboarding call or never show up, or things get lost in the weeds, right? You have an onboarding call, but they don't send you their client list, or you have an onboarding call, but you can't get connected to their Google business profile. Now what we can do is we can basically assign an AI agent to it. I call it like the onboarding watchdog, to go out and check for all the context that is needed to know whether we should keep messaging, should keep following up. So for example, of course, you can create like an onboarding workflow where it just like texts and emails them all the list of things that we need from them, right? But what happens when they give you the Google business profile and they give you the client list, but they don't connect their social media accounts, right? Well, now that's like a specific email, right? We just need to point them to social media accounts instead of just sending them a list of all the things to do over and over and over again. And so what it can do is before it sends them a text, before it sends them an email, it can go and check in that HighLevel sub account. It can see, have they uploaded customers? Do we have a card on file? Have they booked an onboarding call? Because you can also connect it to your calendar. And so it's a much less rigid workflow. And so if we go into our Slack and see what this actually looks like, so I'm gonna have to blur a lot of information here so we don't give away our clients. But basically this is a thread where all of our new signups come through. And for me to set this up, literally all I had to do was just ask it to do this process once and then tell it to do it on a recurring basis. So I said, hey, please check all calendars and communication channels to make sure this guy's booked an onboarding call. So Victor said, on it, checking. So that's when all those integrations are really important, right? You want to go back to Victor, make sure it has access to your Google Calendar, make sure it has access to your Gmail accounts so it can go through and read all the context that it needs. So you can say, no onboarding call has been booked yet. Here's what I found. So it looked through HighLevel. It looked through all the SMS. It looked through the calendars and said, bottom line, this guy signed up and added his card, but he has not responded to any of the automated outreach. So I said, yes, go ahead and draft up an email and text from Carly's email, getting him to book a call. And so it drafts up a text and an email. All you can do is click on approve or reject. And then from there, I made sure it had the right onboarding call link. And then boom, it sent out those emails. And now all I have to do is ask it, say, hey, make sure to do that with every single new person that signs up. Make sure to check where they've uploaded contacts and remind me or draft emails to them to basically keep them in the loop to make sure we're pushing them down the onboarding funnel. Another hack is the very first thing I got it to do was I got it to go through and read thousands of emails and hundreds of our sales calls and onboarding calls. So it had a lot of context on what our business actually was. I literally just said, at Victor, please go read our last 100 sales calls. Please go read our last 100 onboarding and support calls. So literally after a couple hours of doing that, it was like a trained employee that knew what our process, knew what our onboarding stuff, knew what our sales process was like. So that's just one use case. And I'm going to go over 4 more, but I do want to encourage you. The best advice I ever got when it came to utilizing AI agents was give this agent as much training in its onboarding as you would give a real employee. So for example, a lot of times we go pay for an AI tool and then in 2 hours it's not working the way we want to. And now we're pissed and we think it doesn't work, right? But the fact of the matter is that we would spend a month, 6 months ramping up a new employee for them to actually do all the work that we need them to do and for them to be trained. And so train this just like you would an employee. Give it time, give it weeks. But literally within 2 or 3 weeks of using Victor, it has already saved me more time than almost any employee I've ever hired. All right, the next use case is I connected my Fathom note taker. So go to integrations, make sure to get your Fathom note taker connected. And you can connect it to your note taker and all the other employees on your team, their note taker as well. So I'm going to pull up Slack again. A lot of it's going to be blurred because there's a lot of sensitive information in there. But all I did was go to Slack, go to the Victor app right here, and all you have to do is say, hey, Victor, read my Fathom note transcripts every day from all my calls, pull out any action items, and go ahead and start taking action on those as needed. Also, send me a summary of all the action items every day so I can check off and make sure they were actually completed. All you have to do is just send this to Victor, and then he'll create a recurring job every day to go read all your calls, pull out the action items, and take action on them. And then at the end of the day, it'll send me a summary of all the calls and any action items. Some of the coolest things I've seen it do is that I had a call with somebody where I told them I was going to set up their billing, right? It was a certain amount per month or whatever, and it did it in Stripe. I forgot to do it in the call. At the end of the day, it sent me the Stripe invoice and the new Stripe product that it created because I have Stripe connected to Victor. And it said, looks like you haven't set up billing for XYZ client. Go ahead and click approve and we can start the billing. So that's something that would have taken me 5 or 10 minutes that I totally forgot to do. And that client might have not gotten billed for a month or 2, but instead Victor caught it. And not only did it catch it, but it went ahead and set it up for me where I just had to click approve. Another thing we're all familiar with is like, hey, can you draft up a summary of this call and send it over to me and my business partner for us to make a decision? Well, it will literally go ahead and draft up that summary for you. Go to your HighLevel sub account where you have all your sales calls and all your actual customers where you actually run your agency. Find if there's a partner email attached to it and draft up an email to send to those 2 people. Another example was I was on a call where we needed a bunch of photos and media from a client, and it went ahead and created a Google Drive folder titled with their name with the proper access and drafted up in an email and said, hey, here's this email you need to send to this client about the Google Drive folder. Just click approve. So it's like having the best personal assistant you've ever had that has perfect context on all the things that you're doing, that is just checking to make sure nothing slips through the cracks and actually doing things for you if you tell it to. All right, the next use case is you can do things once and then you can just turn it into a workflow. So for example, we've sold about 15 to 20 websites in the last couple of months at Review Harvest. We're adding websites on as a service. And part of that is that we need to send over an onboarding email. We need to send over that Google Drive folder where they can upload assets. We need to ask them questions about their business, what services they provide, what service areas they want to target, what keywords they want. And it's basically just this long email getting them to answer some questions. And so before Victor, I hadn't created an SOP for it. I hadn't told our VAs to do it yet. I didn't have any automations or anything in place. And so as soon as I downloaded Victor, instead of going and sending this email manually or going to get Claude to write up an email draft for me, you can just do it through Victor one time, right? So basically just through Victor, I say, hey, go read the sales call recording from XYZ client, go look at the other website onboarding emails that I've sent out in my Gmail account, and go ahead and draft up an onboarding email to this client with the context from their emails they've sent us, from the Zoom call we had, and from any text messages they've sent us in HighLevel. So it has perfect context on all that, and then it'll draft up an email. You can adjust it here and there, and then by the time you're done, it'll just go ahead and send that email for you, and then you say, hey, save that as a recurring job so that anytime I onboard a new website client, I can just say, hey, we just sold XYZ client on a website, send them that onboarding email, and it'll do the same exact thing with context from their call. So I've even seen it add nuance that I've talked about in the Zoom call. It's like, oh, we typically do this, but this time we're going to add 3 extra service pages or whatever. It'll even say that in the onboard email that's sent to the client, right? So it allows you to be a little bit more flexible, right? These workflows that we built out in Zapier or build out wherever you build out workflows, they're very rigid. It's the same thing over and over and over again, which is good. And we want to not do a lot of custom work, but there's always going to be these small little nuances that we need to address in the onboarding process or when we're working with clients. And so it can do all that for you. The next one I'll touch on briefly that I haven't set up yet is this would be an incredible prospecting agent. You basically say, hey, go look through my HighLevel for all my old leads and go look at their websites, go look at their Google business profiles, see who's a good opportunity and draft up a custom email to them. Or you could even go get it to look at Google Maps or give it a list of people to basically create personalized emails or context for. And it can do that. And one of the really cool things about it is kind of my next use case, which is basically multi-channel support. That kind of sounds confusing, but basically all it means is that when we're working with a lot of AI agents, let's say we're using an AI tool for email that's trying to help us respond to our emails. Or let's say we're using an AI tool in HighLevel that's responding to our text for us. Typically, it's really hard to give those AI agents context from other communication happening outside of that platform. For example, the email, AI agent that's helping you respond to emails, it probably doesn't know anything else that's going on outside of that one email thread, right? And as much as we try to tell clients, hey, keep everything through this email, keep everything going to this email, just text us, or trying to keep everything in one channel, people are always going to text you, call you, get on a Zoom call. They're going to want to talk to you in all these different places. And the problem is that makes it really hard when you're trying to scale with AI and get AI to do a lot of the work for you. It makes it really hard because AI doesn't have the context, right? A lot of times when you're trying to use AI and it's giving you crappy results, is because crappy data in means crappy data out, right? But if you give it all the good data of what this client's actually been saying, because you had a Zoom call with them today and it can read the Zoom call recording because they texted you a couple of times before something specific about their business, and then they emailed you all this other stuff. Now in that email, it can draft up a response with all the context from the Zoom calls, from the text. So it allows us to still leverage AI even when clients are reaching out across all different platforms. And this might not be a big issue for you now if you only have a couple clients, but as you grow, it'll become a headache when you have so many support requests going across so many different channels. All right, then the last one I'm going to talk about is failed payment recovery. So if you've ever set up a failed payment recovery workflow, you know that it's kind of a pain because workflows, like I said, are very rigid, right? So you can say, hey, email and text this client every 3 days until they update their card, right? But you basically have to set up another workflow that says, hey, every time a successful Stripe payment goes through, we need to make sure that this client is not in this workflow, right? So for example, with Viktor, since it has multi-channel context, we can just send an AI agent on this and let it make its own decisions on whether we should keep following up with this client, right? So a great example of this happened last week where basically a client got our first failed payment email saying, hey, please update your card. And they said, hey, my card just got hacked. I have a new one coming in the mail in 10 days, something like that. And so typically that person would just keep getting emails and texts and reminders every couple days for the next 10 days, which is super annoying, doesn't create a good customer experience, and we're trying to get their card on file. So the last thing we want to do is be annoying to them, right? But instead, what Viktor can do is Viktor can see, hey, they texted this, 4 or 5 days ago. We still don't have a successful Stripe payment. They haven't been responding to the emails. And instead of sending that client another annoying email or another annoying text, it'll wait 10 days and then it'll send a very personalized message saying, hey, I know your card got hacked. Did that new card come in the mail? That's so much more personable, creates a much better customer experience. And this was genuinely something that you had to assign to a person so they could look at all the context. But since Viktor is connected to all your other tools, it can just do this in the background without you having to worry about it. And it's totally configurable in the sense of if you want it to just automatically approve text and automatically approve email so you don't have to click a button in Slack, you can totally do that. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm still good just clicking the approve when things need to happen in Slack, but I'm sure very soon I'll just let it run and do the things in the background. So I hope this gave you all a good idea of what Viktor can do. Definitely sign up that link down below in the description. I think they normally give you 100 free credits, but if you sign up with my link, you'll get 150 free credits. You'll get to use it for free for longer. And really, this video is just the tip of the iceberg. You can use this for sales. You can use this for onboarding. You can use this for if you're making ads and content. It actually has been running my meta ads for me. So I just gave it a Google Drive of a bunch of ads, and it created an ad set, created the targeting, created everything for me, and sends me a report on how it's doing. It's incredible. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see how I've grown my agency to over $50,000 a month, just helping local business owners get reviews and rank higher on Google, feel free to join the free community down below. I also have a paid community that you get access to totally for free. When you sign up to HighLevel with my link in the description, you'll get an extended 30-day trial instead of the normal 14-day trial. And also I'll give you a little link where you can copy and paste all my automations, all my workflows, all my website templates, everything that I've learned to build this business and use for our clients. You can just copy and paste that directly into your account, and you'll get free access to that paid community where I'll hop on 2 coaching calls per week with you and meet you where you are and help you out. Hope you enjoyed the video. YouTube thinks you'll like this next one.